You've gone as far as you can go. Beloved and holy child of our Father, when first you thought to be upon what you now call our Holy Mother the Earth, you came as the light being you are. You came with the creativity of the Holy Child to see, well, what more can I create? For verily, before time began, you, as the child of the Creator, flexed your figurative creative wings, and as one great thought to experience the beauty of energy and form, you imagined, put the images into action, and brought forth energy into form. Now the thought energy did not coalesce right away, for there would be, although this was just the beginning of what you would have called time, eons of time before the form would come into what you now recognize and know. The earth, the planets, the universes are very much of light energy, and you were or are light energy. And the forms which you brought forth are nebulous, cloud-like. You knew yourself to be light, and your creations were light. You are very much one with what you are creating, for truly, it is not an event which has happened a long time ago. It is what is happening moment by moment, as the light and the consciousness that you are. And as the earth came into being, you thought to create upon out of the substance of earth. You thought to bring together frequencies and vibrations of the light into various combinations to see what would result. And with those thoughts were born the clouds, the energies of the ocean, the rivers, the streams, the more dense material known as the mountains and the hills in their various formation. In due time you thought to experience life upon this plane, and you came as the light being, not with the attraction of the molecules of physicality which you see yourself now surrounded by, and very beautiful they are, but you came as the light being to experience. What would it feel like to be upon what I have created? And you went as the wind, flowing as the light, and you went with your thought from mountain top to sea level, beneath the sea to the mountains that are beneath the water, and you thought to experience how it would feel to be an expression with form. You experimented creating different forms, collecting the molecules of physicality unto you, and you experienced life expressions in many different forms, as the very mountains themselves, as the blade of grass, as the teeniest flower, and as the largest tree. And you collected the molecules of physicality to yourself in a form which could express in fluidity of motion, and you ran and you flew with ease. Think you know how it would feel to fly? Can you imagine how it would feel to fly from one tree branch to another, on to the top of the highest tree, and to see from that perspective the blade of grass upon the earth? Know you that as you can imagine, you have experienced. For truly you cannot imagine that which you have not experienced. It would not be within your knowing. And as time, as you would see it in the process of the belief system evolved, you became more and more immersed in the expression of physicality, to the degree that you no longer knew yourself to be the light being, and life was seen to be one of survival upon this plane. Many lifetimes you have lost yourself in the identification with dense physical form. You are now awakening from the place of limited identity, the place of density. You have gone as deeply into forgetfulness as you are going to go, and you are well on your way to remembering the light being which you are, the totally unlimited child of our Heavenly Father. For even in your most limited belief system, there was still a small voice, somewhere in the recess of your mind, saying, perhaps there could be more than this. Perhaps there is more to life. And you question what life is all about. The question has brought you now to the place where you are asking to experience your unlimitedness. Who am I? Perhaps I am more than the body and the personality with which I identify. Perhaps I am more than the role I am playing in certain relationships. Perhaps I am more than a 9-to-5 identity that earns the golden coins. There must be more. And as you are allowing yourself to experience expanded self-image, you are feeling yourself to be lighter. Thus dawns the age of enlightenment. Yes, the age of enlightenment has to do with wisdom, and as been believed, it is inner wisdom, and the wisdom is predicated upon and flows from the awareness of the light that you are. Furthermore, beloved one, the enlightenment comes not only in the thoughts and emotions, but even in the body itself. allowing the very cells of the body to express the light which they are. There is now a wake-up call which is sounding with great clarity, a call which you are responding to. If you were not, you would not find yourself in conversation with me. If you are reading these words, know that your soul, your individuality has called out to know who you are, to experience the grandeur and holiness of that which you are. It is my joy to be able to converse with you in this manner, to serve as friend, brother, to hold you in my love until you remember it as your own. I come to remind you that life need not be a heavy experience. You are lightness itself. You are the light that you bring to every experience, and now you are beginning to release your habitual identification with density. You are beginning to remember the Holy Child, created before time began. As you behold everyone and everything with the eyes of Christ, and if you define that to be my eyes, that is okay, but I would share with you, they are your eyes as well. You will come to know that everyone you behold is the Holy Child of God upon their path, discovering, which is what it's all about, their own creativity, and expressing it according to how they see it at that moment. It may not be as you would desire to see it, and sometimes in your musings you would say, I would not have chosen to do such and such, and perhaps you would not choose that now. But I share with you, you have in times past, for you have experienced all. There is an awakening occurring now upon the earth, and you have heard the wake-up call to rise up out of density. It has been prophesied that in the awakening there will be a grand upliftment, an ascension of the physical bodies, and this may happen as you choose. However, if you will receive it, you have already ascended the body in what you would see as other lifetimes. For as you read these words and think about what is known as ascension, allowing the imagination free rein, how would it feel to ascend? Can you imagine how it would feel to have all the molecules of the cells of the body filled with so much light that you would be as helium balloon, and just arise lighter than air, no longer taking yourself and others so heavily? In the time of awakening upon this plane, there will be ascension. Many of you will choose to ascend the body, quite literally, by allowing it to be the light it is, by infusing it with more of the light energy which you are. But more important than the experience of physical ascension is the ascension in consciousness, allowing yourself to remember the light that you are, to feel yourself to be radiance, to know yourself to be unlimited, to be loved with an everlasting love. As you have experienced moments of love which have uplifted you out of what has been the ordinary expression of everyday life, you have felt yourself transported to a place of ascension. You have asked to remember, and what is desired in the heart will be made manifest. As you are uplifted in consciousness, you will draw all men and women to that higher state of remembrance. I, if I be lifted up, will draw all men unto me. This is truly what the age of enlightenment is all about. For each moment, as you allow yourself to rise up in consciousness, you uplift all of creation. In the coming days, there may be and will be the physical ascension of the body. In the coming days, there may be and will be the ascension of consciousness. The ascension where you allow the spirit which you are to feel its freedom, to feel its joy, knowing yourself to be the unlimited holy child of our Heavenly Father. Abide in joy.